All right, this tutorial is about creating a 2D sketch using the line tool as opposed to a shape tool like a rectangle or a circle. And then I'm also going to talk largely about adding dimensions to your sketch because that becomes even more important when you're using the line tool. So I'm going to sketch on the front face here, the XY plane takes me into my sketch. And then I'm just going to draw a shape using the line tool here. And I'm going to make some lines that are vertical and horizontal and some that aren't. Again, anytime I'm starting a new sketch, my first click should be at the origin because that is the only space, that is the only point that is defined in my space. So I start at the origin here. I'm not going to put any dimensions in as I go along. So I'm just going to go over, click, and go up. Now you see that 90 degree, and you see that there's a perpendicular sign right there to the right above the dimension, and at the bottom there's the the horizontal sign. That means that this line is perpendicular to that other line. I'm gonna click there. I'm gonna go straight over first. Again, I have my perpendicular sign there. Click. I'm gonna go up on an angle. I'm gonna go over. I'm above the origin as it's not locked in, but it gives me some space here where I move back and forth and it doesn't really move. That tells you that you're directly above some other point that you have. I'll click there, then I'm going to go back down and click on the origin again. All right. So notice down here in the bottom right corner, it says 5 dimensions needed. I need to keep adding dimensions until this is fully constrained, meaning I can't move any of the lines. Like right now, I could just click this point and just drag it and move it. Okay, so I'm going to go to dimension, or I could just type D on the keyboard. And so the vertical and horizontal dimensions are easy. So I'm just going to put those in. Let's make that a 2. The vertical one a 1.5. Say this lip right here is 0.75. Say this lip right here is so you click to get the line and then you pull up or down or anywhere and click again to put the dimension in. Let's call that a 0.5. Okay, so I still need one more dimension, and that's relating to this line right here. Let's see what it looks like. Um, Actually, I'm not sure. Let's see. That's going to be locked in place, yeah. How much be this? Yeah, it's this right here. So this could still be a longer line or a shorter line, depending on this last dimension. So when you have a diagonal line, um, this will be easier because this point up here is already locked into place. Um, you can dimension it in multiple ways. So I can click on this line and notice if I don't move too far away, it gives me that line that's kind of on an angle. The line is kind of perpendicular to the line that I'm on. If I click again, then I pull out. Now it's dimensioning the actual length of that line on whatever path that it's on. All right, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to undo that. But I can also, if I click this line, and then I move it straight to the side, it'll give me the vertical dimension. Or if I move it straight up, it'll give me the horizontal dimension. The vertical dimension I won't even be able to put in because it's already set because it's 1.5 total height, 0.75 to this lip over here on the side. So this will have to be 0.75. This horizontal dimension, however, could be well, pretty much whatever I want it to be as long as it's between 0 and 1.5. So I'm going to click there and say I want that to be 0.75, enter, and that locks the whole thing into place. So um, what I really want you to understand there is how you can dimension this diagonal line, the actual length of the diagonal line, the point-to-point height of that line, or the point-to-point width of that line. You can do any of those 3 ways. So I'm going to finish sketch. I'm gonna extrude, and then I can extrude this however much I want to extrude it. I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna show you a different way to do this same thing here. So I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna go back into the sketch. But remember the shape here, and I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. But it's gonna be the same shape. So I'm just gonna undo. I want to make that same shape. I'm going to start off with the rectangle though. And I like doing this because it's short. It's just shorter. It's less clicks. It's less to worry about as far as the uh, the making sure that the dimensions are right or certain lines are horizontal or vertical. So my width was 2, and then my height was 1.5, and so I had this shape right here. I had from the corner it was over, up, left, angle, left, and then down. So I have a good amount of that already. So really I just have to add 2 lines in. So I'm going to go to my line tool, and I'm going to start here. I'm going to go down on an angle, click, and then I'm going to go horizontal across and click. So now I just need to dimension this line height. And notice since I don't have a line segment connecting from there to there, it won't let me click on this line. So what I need to do is I can click on 2 lines and it'll give me the space in between those lines. So if I click here and then there, I drag it out. Oh, you know what? I think I picked up that. I think I picked up that. Oh, that line was still there. Let me try it again. Yeah, I think I picked up the center point when I was putting this line in. So I'm going to go back. Get rid of this. I didn't get rid of that line when I was undoing. So I'm going to go to line. I want to make sure I don't pick up that center point. See if I go here, that's the center line right there. So I'm going to go a little higher, drag it over, click, dimension from the bottom to the midline, 0.75. And then from, again, I can't click on this line segment. And I don't even have a vertical line here to click on either. So I have to go from the point to this line, and that's going to be 0.5. And then the same thing here with this. I need this horizontal dimension, so I can go point to point in the middle, make that 0.75, and I have the same sketch that I had. Now, when I go to extrude this, all I do is just click on the part that I want to extrude. So I leave this trapezoid out up here, just click on this part down here, and I can still get that same shape.